Hi everyone, my name is Renee Burns. This is EDL 854 Building Finance, Module 12 Case Study. To start off with, I will be acting as Carl Santos, the principal of Briardale Elementary School. And in this case study, our foundation has raised money for supplementary funds for Briardale, and Mr. Barely is a new parent, and he also is our president of our foundation. He is very motivated by competition to raise the most money, as well as to compete with his former classmate at Harvard, Mr. Morley. I, Carl Santos, have conducted an orientation with him on his role as fundraiser, president of the foundation, and his responsibility to work alongside our school site curriculum committee to be approved for whatever he wishes to move ahead with. Mr. Barely proposes a raffle for cash fundraising idea. The school site curriculum committee has supported that idea. It is led by a lead teacher of our building. And on the night of the fundraising event, the sheriff received an anonymous tip of this illegal activity from Mr. Barely, and the sheriff makes an appearance during the fundraising event at our school, and he ends up escorting Mr. Barely as all of the school and the community watches this all go down. So Mr. Barely was booked, released, and then convicted of a misdemeanor and is now placed on probation. This budget debacle has made headlines now in our local newspaper. So we have a number of legal and ethical issues here. The fact that this fundraiser was for a cash prize is our biggest legal concern. The raffles are considered small lotteries in the eyes of the law. So you need to get a permit and certain restrictions that go along with that, and that was not done in our case. The ethical concerns are the competitiveness and confusion from the past across the district with the supplementary curriculum funding. The fact that it's done through fundraising could be an issue. Is it necessarily ethical that one school or location within a district can raise substantial funds for art, music, and foreign language? And is that equitable for all students across the district? So my concerns would be for lower income or poverty areas. If it's a zoning district, how does that look? It just seems like there could be an equity issue here. So I, as principal of Briardale Elementary School, have failed to educate and facilitate the school site curriculum committee in the legal and ethical fundraising efforts, which now has resulted in an embarrassing legal action towards the Briardale Foundation. The people involved here are myself, Carl Santos, Mr. Barely, the president of our foundation, the site curriculum committee, which has a lead teacher running that, our sheriff. Someone kind of has it against us to do the anonymous tip. They had every right to, though, because we were acting illegally. Our entire elementary school, our students, our staff who has been loyal and is very experienced, they stay with us. Our community, our school district, and the competing schools. The place that all this has happened is school. Our school is used as the town's community meeting center. The school is placed in the center of the community, therefore it often is used for concerts, town meetings, and regional spelling bees, which brings in a very large crowd. And we are also a very diverse community. Our program is an elementary school. We are a K-5 school with 600 students. We are one of 6 elementary schools within the district. Our district does provide the basic curriculum, sort of for basic skills, but our supplementary curriculum is funded through fundraising efforts by our foundation. Our teacher spearheads the school site curriculum committee. So we're going to review and prioritize our information here. Our reputation and relationship with the community are definitely at stake with our current events. The supplementary curriculum programs are threatened. We're not sure if we're going to have enough finances to move forward with that in the next few years. My job as principal, it is my job as a principal to fix our current situation and prevent future mistakes from happening. I'm going to need to consult with our district leaders and our district legal representatives. I need to consult with the school site curriculum committee, and I need to take action to repair, restructure, educate, and facilitate. So we've got a couple options. I could just take no action. I could completely take over as principal. I could dissolve our foundation, and then all of the decisions be made by me, and that would be my responsibility to do all of the fundraising aspects. I could repair, restructure, educate, and facilitate moving forward. I could dissolve the foundation and have our teachers, because our teachers are so dedicated and loyal, we could have the teachers drive our fundraising activities, or even look at alternative funding through grants or crowdfunding opportunities. But I would say out of all of those, I also need to have this conversation with our district to propose possibly a restructure of our district policies to offer equitable opportunities for all students across our entire community and district. So that's something that I need to look at no matter what step I choose to move forward with. So now we're going to discuss our pros and cons. So let's look at our first option, to take no action. The pros of this is a lot of times people may feel that ignoring it might seem easier at this point. But the cons of that would be that there's a chance that this could reoccur. And it's also not looking good on my part to just abandon my responsibilities. I am the principal, I am the leader of our school, and if I just ignore problems that arise, that's not a good thing to do. So the next option would be to just take over. I could have complete control as the school principal. That would probably mean that there'd be less issues, less people I need to work with. The cons of that would be I just would not have enough time. And if I do put all of my time and effort into fundraising, it would definitely take away from my other responsibilities, which would be concerning. Another option would be to repair relationships, restructure the guidelines and protocols we have in place, to educate myself and my staff, and to facilitate moving forward hands-on approach with all of our committees. So the pros of that would be that I would hopefully repair the trust and relationships of our community and our employees. I definitely would need to evaluate, which is needed, the current protocols, possibly restructure to avoid future mistakes. I would need to educate myself and stakeholders of protocols and the law, facilitate committees to ensure protocols are being followed and that they are aligned with school goals and our priorities. The cons is that this is multi-step. There's a lot of moving parts, things that are ongoing. It's going to take a lot of time, and it shows a little vulnerability on my part to put myself out there and say that we've made a mistake. That could be a pro as well, though. Teacher driven. Moving on into our fourth option, to have our teachers just take over. It would be nice that it would be in-house. We wouldn't, they're employed by the district. We wouldn't have to worry about parents as much. It would be reliable because it's in-house. It'd be easier for me to train them and to just be there to facilitate, as is probably going to be happening during school with the teachers. The cons would be that it'd be adding to the teachers' already full plate. And then that also would take away that parent involvement, which would be bad, possibly because parents want to feel involved, and when they're willing to spend their own time and efforts to help our school, that's a good thing. So it's a con to take that away from them. And then my fifth option, which I feel like is necessary no matter what step I take moving forward, would be to talk to the district about possibly restructuring our entire idea of funding these extracurricular, or not extracurricular, but those art and music, those activities that should really be offered to all students. The pros would be that it would be equitable opportunities for all students across the district. There might be less confusion. That has been noted in the past that a lot of schools are doing different things, so it leads to confusion district-wide. There's a lot of competition, and obviously not good competition, not healthy competition, so we would avoid that. And it would be advocating for resources in support of the needs of our district or each school that is needing those things. Cons, it may not raise as much money. I think people who are providing funds are thinking that it's going to your school, and people may be more willing to donate more money, so that we may not raise as much money if we do that. All right, so the best option, moving ahead, what should we be doing? I would move ahead with repairing, restructuring, and educating, and then facilitating, with, in combination, for the proposal to restructure a district to offer equitable opportunities for all students across the district. After evaluating my current situation, It is critical that I repair the trust and relationships with all stakeholders of Briardale Elementary and our community. Next, I will evaluate our current guidelines and procedures for fundraising. I will restructure and develop more concrete protocols to advocate for data-informed and equitable resourcing plans that support our school improvement plan and student development. It is important that I am educated on federal and state laws regarding fundraising, as well as educating all stakeholders who handle finances within my school. And finally, I must facilitate and play an active role in all the committees and programs that handle finances. This must happen on a regular basis. All right, so moving into the implementation, I broke it up into parts. So the first step would be to repair those relationships. To implement my plan, I must first repair trust and relationships of all stakeholders of Briardale Elementary and our community. I need to consult with my district leaders. I need to make a statement of apology, and I need to share our plan moving ahead. To restructure, I next must evaluate our current systems and protocols. I would need to meet with the school site curriculum committee, meet with district leaders and legal representatives, reflect on our mistakes, and look for other areas of weakness, because chances are if I am weak in this area, there could be other areas of weakness. So I need to kind of look at all of those areas. We need to brainstorm ways to be fiscally responsible for the next 2 years to make up for the lost finances due to this budget debacle. I'm not sure how the money raised for this will probably need to be returned some way, somehow. So that's going to need some brainstorming and problem solving in that area. Develop a multi-year resourcing plan aligned to school goals and priorities moving ahead. All right. Facilitate. I need to work to become actively involved in all the committees handling district and school finances. I need to follow through with the guidelines and the systems in place to ensure correct procedures are being followed. All right. And our last one, equity for all. I feel like this is probably missed for a lot of reasons, but I definitely think that it's important for me to advocate for resources and supportive needs of all the students within our district. I would like to express that to our district leaders, my concerns of curriculum being financed through our fundraisers. I need to speak to the past confusion that we have dealt with and the competition and the effects that this could potentially have on our success and well-being of our students in our community. I need to evaluate our current systems and if they provide equity for all. Is this district a zoning district? And what I mean by that is, are they determined on what school they go to based on their address? Do students have the choice of what schools to attend? My concern is that the economically disadvantaged zones will not have the same opportunities as those who can fundraise easily. And so it sounds like Harvard graduates within this school are probably able to fundraise more easily. So is that true in the case of students who live in a more impoverished area within our community? Should fundraising finances be used to offer art, music, and foreign language? I feel that these art, music, and foreign language should be offered to all of our students within our community. And finally, consider alternative purpose for fundraising. We're obviously raising a lot of money. Could we be using that fundraising that in different areas so that it's not so unfair across the district? That is all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching my presentation. Have a great day.